Hello, everyone. This is Phoenix Tremaine, and today we're going to be talking about Young and Restless comments. This is my new segment that I hope you like. If I get good numbers on it, I'll go ahead and continue doing this, but I feel like this is a way to engage with you even further. So I see the comments, I respond to comments, um, but I think that it's going to be really interesting having a situation where I get to do it, live on screen. And so, uh, like I said, let me know what you think about it because here we go. We're going to get into it right now. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And what I'm going to share is the commentary on my Young and Restless spoiler video. And because there weren't a lot of comments on the spoiler video, hopefully this will cause that to increase. But because there weren't, I'm also going to do the comments that are on my commentary video for the week for Young and Restless, which is something new I've also started to do. And if I get good numbers, I will also continue to do those videos. So we're going to begin with Monica Tillery, 7336. She says, I'm tired of the new Ronnie Summer. She brings nothing to the show, and I want Sharon and Nick back together. So, to that I would say, I said that in my video. I think the new Summer is whiny. I don't think I used that word, but I've been trying to like her for a long time. I think she had a good start, but after they broke her and Kyle up, I don't think that they really had her in a good direction. And now that the guy that playing Chance is now recurring, they took him off contract. He's on recurring. That's why you don't see them together. That's why he wasn't a major part when the son was missing. That's why you don't see them together all the time. That's why you don't see him a lot of Chancellor Winters, is because he's no longer a regular actor on the show. So that clearly means that they're probably going to try to put Summer directly in a love triangle with Kyle and Claire. Next, we have Penny Keller 3048. She says, I've seen Golden Girls, love the show, and I understand what you mean. So she's responding to the part of my video where I talked about seating, how, one seat direction is for the camera, so nobody can have their back to the camera. And they had to play musical chairs because they only had 4 seats, but they had 6 actors in the scene. So they had to keep moving around so that, somebody was always in the background or had to step away so that, the scene could look good. And that's what they did on Golden Girls. Next is Briscott Digital Product, who says, I believe it's Sharon's medication that are making her see things. Found it odd that she never thinks of Ray anymore. I believe in the end, Kyle and Audra will turn on Victor. Still believe Tucker's coming back after her and Victor. Summer really believes that she can take Kyle's son from him. I hope that Tara gets out of prison and comes back for her son. That's something I've been seeing a lot. A lot of people have been wanting Tara to come back just so that she could claim Harrison as, her son, not Summers, although legally Summers also his mother. But if they bring Tara back, as I've said this before, the actress was horrible. She looked good, but she wasn't a good actress. So if they bring Tara back, I wish that they would bring back a Tara that actually knows how to act. And from one of our soaps that, have been canceled, we have so many great actors out there from soaps that have been canceled that I would love to see somebody come back in a role of Tara from a prior soap. I also believe that it'll turn out to be Sharon's medication that has her seeing things. However, I also want to note that if that's the case, she questioned herself about her medication, which was the way of the writers telling the audience. And she's a psychiatrist, so she wouldn't go to her doctor and say, look, I'm seeing things and I'm hearing things. And it started when I started taking the medication. I need it changed. But, you know, soap's going to soap. And Kyle and Audra really can't turn on Victor because it's Glissade is actually his company. They're just employees. So if they did try to turn on him, he would just fire them and keep it moving. So we'll see. Brenda Calloway 9106 would love for Sharon to have a good story and a reunion with Nick. I only want Sharon and Nick to reunite if they have good storylines for them. I don't want them to put them together just to put them together. Summer is a spoiled brat. I can agree with that. I said in my last video that I think they're trying to make her Phyllis 2.0. Brenda Calloway 9106 also said, I would love to see Claire in a Kyle pairing. I actually would like to see Claire and Kyle pairing just because Kyle's going to probably screw over Claire. And I want to see what Victor does to Kyle. That's my reason for wanting it. And then we have, why the heck doesn't Mon Sebastian 8809, why the heck doesn't someone take Sharon to see her doctor? And for Pete's sake, give her some furniture. I agree on both fronts. I definitely think Sharon is long overdue for some new furniture, but right now they don't really care about the character enough to give her house a makeover. And I just said about the doctor. We got Baron LaRosa 1242 who says good point. Now, I don't know which point Berlin is referring to, Baron is referring to. So try to, also lead me in the direction of what you're talking about, because I make a lot of good points in my videos, if I say so myself. And Jenna Martin says, happy Saturday. So thank you, Jenna, for your comments and your flags and your smiley faces. Thanks for your well wishes. As we move on to the commentary video for Young and the Restless. And I want to make sure that that is what you're seeing, because this is the first time that I've done this. So I'm going to stop sharing and make sure, reshare, to make sure I'm getting the right video. Okay, there we go. So now we're moving on to the comments that were on my commentary video for the week. Now we have Miss Frazier. She says, I can't wait for the downfall of Kyle. I hope they bring back Tara too. How drunk were the writers when the Lily Devon versus Billy Boy versus Jill company crap? I don't think they were drunk. I think they just don't know what they're doing. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong. I feel like they're not really invested in the Black characters on the show. So that's why I see like the lame ass writing that feels lazy to me. And usually when Sweeps is over, they go back to not remembering that Lily and Devon and all those people, or especially Devon, are supposed to be major characters. When I first started watching The Restless, I think in 2012, Devon and Hillary were major characters. They were a major part of the show. Now, the writers are more like, see you when I see you, usually during sweeps. Where's Sharon's new company, and why isn't she running instead of turning her into a basket case? Well, I think, watching Sharon run her company would be boring. How it's exciting to go to an office and see people do paperwork and have meetings. People in the meetings don't want to be in the meetings. So having her go crazy is actually a real storyline that I don't know if it'll end when Sweeps is over or if it's the beginning of something bigger. Hopefully it's the beginning of something bigger. And Ms. Frazier also says, I hate Claire's character. I hope Jordan escapes jail and kidnaps her again and she's never found. I have to disagree because I like Claire's character, but I feel like the writers are completely changing her into this Little House on the Prairie, Pollyanna type good girl when that's not who Claire is. the way they've been dressing her, how she's just sweet as American pie. Um, where's the other Claire at? She can be good, but you can still let her have a little bit of an edge and not just have like Summer walk all over her and she just got to smile and take it. We have Penny Keller 3048. Is it possible that Connor is faking this is OCD so that Chelsea and Adam get back together? No, because he's under medical supervision. He's tried to hurt himself after the three of them were together and were a happy family. And I thought that there was something going on at the hospital and that they were making his OCD bigger than it was just to get money from Chelsea and Adam. But he confirmed that he did try to hurt himself. So it's just the writing. So we have Jan RS6IM. Love the commentary. Thank you. I've never been a fan of Billy and Chelsea. Don't feel the chemistry. In my opinion, they work well as friends who help each other in their challenges. So I'm okay if they switch partners or go elsewhere. Not sure where, with who, but okay to switch. And again, Sally, she always seems to be the loser. Now, I think everybody knows that the actors to play Sally and Adam in real life, Mark and Courtney, they used to date in real life. And now that they've broken up in real life and he's like seeing somebody else, the chemistry they had is gone. To me, they're just being professional actors that are just doing what the scenes tell them to do. But that spark, that fire is gone. And I think that's part of the reason why we're getting a potential Chelsea and Adam repairing and probably a Sally and Billy pairing. So we'll see how it all turns out. But this is what happens when actors date in real life and then it doesn't work out. Mansfield 821. Thank you for commenting. I see you comment all the time. As well as Penny Keller. And so I don't people feel left out, but your icon definitely stands out. It's colorful, so it's easy for me to remember. So thank you for always commenting. And Mansfield 821. Lucy will have a big problem with that. I think they need to have more Sharon, Nick, Mariah, and Tessa. I agree that we always get a lot of Nick, but Sharon, Mariah, and Tessa should be a much bigger part of the show. Ever since Sharon and Ray ended, they haven't really given Sharon much to do. And just like with Sally, Sharon also used to date Mark, who plays Adam. And when Sharon and Mark broke up, they also broke up Sharon and Adam, and on the show, and they broke up in real life. And she ain't really had good material since. It's like these breakups that Mark keep having with his co-stars is affecting their longevity and scenes on the show. And that's just me on the outside looking in. Mansfield 821 also says, I can see Jack and Nikki sleeping together when she finds out everything. That is the persistent rumor that is going to happen, as I said in the video. Mansfield 821, I can't wait for Kyle and Claire to be together. She brings some peace to Kyle. Now, she may bring peace to Kyle right now, but once Summer finds out that Claire and Kyle are officially a couple, not only we have to worry about Victor, but Summer is going to lose her ever-loving mind. And that might be what leads to her breaking up with Chance, her acting a fool over Kyle and Claire. But once again, we'll see what happens. But Kyle's not going to get no peace when him and Claire are officially a couple because Summer's not going to allow it. Just like he didn't allow it with him and I can't even remember her name now, the Latin girl that he was dating who I didn't like. She was another Pollyanna that I didn't like. But I'm not going to go there. She's been off the show for at least 3-4 years. In Mansfield 21, I knew that was going to happen with Kyle and Victor. And that's why Audra is there. Because Victor can't trust Kyle that he has either one of his granddaughter's best interests or that in today's episode, well, technically it was an episode in advance, but in tomorrow's episode, which is Tuesday's episode of Young and the Restless, Jack and Nikki, Jack and Nikki, Jack and Diane wish Kyle well, and then they go to work. They stop arguing with him and just like, good luck inside. Um, best of luck. And they walked out and Kyle's looking stupid. So, and that's how they should have handled it, from now on, because Kyle wants to fight with his parents. Kyle wants to show his mother that he would be a better co-CEO than her. He's very adamant about wanting to prove that he's better than his parents. So it's good that in that episode they were like, okay, Kyle, do you? And and now we're at the last comment. Evelyn Mobley, 3748. I like Adam and Sally, but I've always been a Chatham fan. I'm rooting for them. Now, I've always liked Chelsea and Adam together because they were together when I first started watching the show. Of course, Mark wasn't playing Adam at the time, but I love Chelsea and Adam together, and I wouldn't mind seeing them back together again since Adam and Sally have lost their spark. So that's it, guys. I'm going to stop sharing that and just want to say thank you for watching. If you made it to the end in the video, especially, please hit that like button and share and do all the YouTube things so that the channel can grow. Thank you for watching.